Hello, my champions. Welcome to your math class on Thursday, May the 5th, 2022. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Today, we're going to learn about elapsed time so we can calculate elapsed time. I'll know I've got it if I can calculate elapsed time, so I am never late. What is elapsed time? The amount of time that passes from the start of an activity to the end. Elapsed time is very important in the real world. You need to be able to use elapsed time so you can calculate a schedule. You need to be able to calculate a schedule so you won't miss a plane or a bus. You'll know how long a movie lasts. You'll never be late to a doctor's appointment. You'll know how long your game lasts, or you won't be late to the game so your coach gets upset. There's an old saying that time is money, and that saying is true. When you waste time, you're wasting money. This guy here, walking into a meeting saying, "Hi guys," but his boss and his coworker are very upset because he is late. He didn't use elapsed time to calculate a schedule. He didn't know how long it was going to take him to get there. So he's late. That makes people angry, especially bosses. When you're late and your boss is paying you to be on time and you are late, that is costing him money and it may cost you your job. In fact, behind my picture here, there is someone who is a boss looking to hire someone, and this lady came to a job interview and she was late. And he's saying, if you're going to be late to the job interview, how can I trust you to come to work on time? People who do not know how to calculate elapsed time, they can't make a schedule. And so they're like this guy, always rushing around, trying to balance things because they don't know how to schedule their life. There's a video on your Padlet that you were supposed to watch before you ever started this lesson. If you didn't watch that video, pause the lesson now and go watch it. Hi, I'm glad you're back. We're going to practice some problems with elapsed time. Let's look at this one. Practice starts at 2 o'clock. Remember, in a word problem, always circle the numbers. Practice starts at 2 o'clock. It lasts for 45 minutes. And then it takes 10 minutes to walk home. What time will I get home? Now, my mama told me to be home by 3 o'clock. Let's see. If practice starts at 2 o'clock and it takes me 45 minutes to walk home, then I will get home at what? 2 o'clock plus 45 minutes is correct, 2:45. Now, that's when practice ends. I still have to walk home for 10 more minutes. So, if I start at 2:45 when practice ends and I walk for 10 more minutes before I get home, what time am I going to get home? 2:45 plus 10 minutes is, yes, 2:55. Let's look at it on a timeline. Practice starts at 2 o'clock. Practice lasts for 45 minutes. Here we go. We're going to make our 10-minute hills. 10, 20, 30, 40, and then since it's 45, we're going to add 5 rocks for our minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's label our timeline. I leave it to, if practice starts at 2:10, in 10 minutes is at 2 o'clock. In 10 minutes, it's going to be 2:10. 10 minutes later, after 2:10, what time is it going to be? If you said 2:20, you're right. 10 minutes later, after 2:20, it's going to be 2:30. And 10 more, that's right, 2:40. Now I've got these 5 minutes of rocks. Let me make a little, there we go. So if it's 2:45, 5 minutes, if it's 2:40, 5 minutes later, what's it going to be? 2:45, but I'm not done because I still have to walk home. A lot of times that's what people tend to leave out when they're calculating elapsed time, how long it's going to take them to get from one place to another. So it's 2:45 and it takes me 10 minutes to walk home. Here is my 10-minute hill. If it's 2:45 and it takes me 10 minutes to walk home, what time will I get home? Yes, 2:55. So if you do it on the chart or on the number line, it works out the same. I wish I could show you how to do it by making the clock move forward, but you can't do that on a recording. I tried. So the answer would be B. He would get home at 2:55. His mom told him to be home by 3. Is he going to make it? Yes, he is, with 5 minutes left over. Right, let's look at this one. School starts at 8:05 and it lasts 7 hours and 30 minutes. Oh my. What time does school end? Let's take a look. First, let's do the chart. If it starts at 8:05, 1 hour would be 9:05. 2 hours, so from 9:05, 2 hours would be 10:05. Okay, another, so that's 1 hour. This is 2 hours. Oh, we'll number them over here. 1 hour, 2 hours, here's 3 hours. 10:05 would start the third hour. What time is it 1 hour after 10:05? That's right, you move the hour hand one number, so it's 11:05. That's 3 hours. Here's hour number 4. So it starts at 11:05. And what time is it 1 hour from 11:05? It's 12:05. Oh, now it's going to get tricky. Here's hour 5. I'm going to show you, this is 8:05 a.m. a.m. means in the morning. All of these are a.m. But this, after 12 o'clock, it becomes p.m. a.m. is morning, p.m. is afternoon and evening. And when you're calculating elapsed time, It's very important you remember that because it's not going to be, there is no such thing as 13:05. 1 hour from 12:05 p.m. is, think about a clock. What number's right after the 12? That's right. It's 1:05 p.m. Whoops, I didn't count that up. That goes over here. So then if we start at 12:05, so it's about time for lunch there, and you add 1 hour, 12:05 p.m., you add 1 hour, what time is it going to be? That's right, 1:05 p.m., because there's no such thing as 13 o'clock. That's 5 hours. Let's look at 6 hours. The 6th hour starts at 1:05 p.m. And what time does it end? 1 hour after 1:05 is 2:05. Correct. Okay. And here is the 7th hour. The 7th hour starts at 2:05. And we're going to count 1 hour. What time is it going to be? p.m. It's going to be 3:05 p.m. Now, we've got our 7 hours, but school lasts for 7 hours and 30 minutes. So after our 7th hour, it's going to be 3:05. Now we need to add the other 30 minutes. I'm going to put, it's 3:05 p.m. and I'm going to put 30 minutes here. All of these are 1 hour. This is 30 minutes. What time is it? If it's 3:05 and we add 30, 5 plus 30 is, that's right, 3:35 p.m. School gets out at 3:35 p.m. Now, some kids are more comfortable putting that on a number line, so we'll do that. Here we are at 8:05. Okay, and we're going to count off 7 hours. So let's make 7 mountains. Just a second. Here we go. Come on, silly computer. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our 7 hours. So I'm going to label it 8:05, 9:05, 10:05, 11:05, 12:05, 13:05, just kidding, 1:05, 2:05, and 3:05. Those are our hours counted out because each of these mountains is 1 hour. And I made 7 of them because we're looking at 7 hours. So this is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour, and this is 1 hour. Now, we still have this 30 minutes to add on. So let's get a 10-minute, some 10-minute hills going here. There's 10, 20, 30. Now let's label them. 3:05 in 10 minutes, it's going to be 3:15, and then 15 plus 10 more is 3:25, and plus 10 more minutes is 3:35. That's a terrible 35, but if you do it on the chart or on the timeline, you end up with the same answer. These are 10-minute hills. So we were able to calculate what time school was going to end by using a chart and a number line. Let's do one more. Anne started reading a book at 9:25. She stopped reading at 11:10. How much time did Anne spend reading? Well, let's do the chart first. If she started at 9:25, and she read for 1 hour, let's say, what time would that be? 10:25 exactly. Now, I am going to add 5 minutes to that because you know what? When you're calculating elapsed time, it's easier if you count by 1 hour or 30 minutes. So if I add 5 minutes to 10:25, it will be 10:30. And that's an easier number to work with. Okay, so she's at 10:30 now. So she's still reading at 10:30, and in 30 minutes, it will be 11 o'clock, but she's not done yet because she's still reading till 11:10. So we're going to add another 10 minutes from 11 o'clock, and it will be 11:10. Well, let's see. There's 1 hour. There is 1 hour. And here's 5 minutes plus 30 minutes is 35 minutes. And then here's 10 more minutes. She read 1 hour and 40 minutes. 35, 45 minutes. She read 1 hour and 45 minutes. Let's do it over here on the timeline. Okay, let's do over here on the timeline. She starts at 9:25. You know what? I'm going to add that 5 minutes right here, so it will make it 10 o'clock. So let's put our rocks here. 1, 2, or 9:30. So it's easier to work with 30 minutes or 1 hour segments. So let's make our little thing for our rocks, and that's 5 minutes. If you have 9:25 and you add 5 minutes, then it's going to be 9:30. Okay, so now let's add an hour from 9:30. If you add 1 hour, what time is it going to be? 1 hour after 9:30. Correct. It's going to be 10:30. She read until 11:10, so we're not there yet. Let's see, we need some hills. 10:30 and 10 more minutes is 10 more minutes is 10:40. And 10 more minutes is 10:50. She read until 11:10. There's 10:50. There's 10:50. Let's add 10 more minutes because we're not there yet. At 10 minutes, at 10:50 plus 10 minutes, what time is it going to be? It'll be 10:60, but we don't say 10:60. We call it 11 o'clock because an hour has 60 minutes. So then it's 11 o'clock. So from 10:50 to 11 o'clock, and she read until 11:10. So we've still got to add 10 more minutes to that. There we go. And finally, she is at 11:10. Okay, let's count up her time. Here's 1 hour. 10, 20, 30, 40, and then back over here and pick up our 5 minutes. 1 hour and 45 minutes. Either way you look at it, if you figure it out on a chart or if you figure it out on a number line, it comes out the same. Or you can get a clock and pretend the hands are going around and you'll find out it the same. Okay, on your Padlet, there is a game. It's a really fun game. I want for you guys to go play that game to practice elapsed time a little more. Announcements. 4th grade star is May the 10th and May the 11th. And speaking of star, Mrs. Lansford is so sad because she is watching other kids, high schoolers this week. I'm watching high school kids take star this week. I would rather be with you guys, believe me. Even Buddy and Lily miss you. They keep asking me, where are my kids? I want to see the kids. They miss you guys so much. We'll talk to you later. Bye.